One-step story problems with multiplication and division. Your learning target today is I can solve story problems that require one step with multiplication and division. And you'll know you're successful when you can draw a picture to help you solve the story problem accurately. So when we multiply and divide, we are always going to come across those word problems or story problems. And something I love to do when I come across a story problem or a word problem is drawing a picture. And so I'm going to read this story problem and I want you to think to yourself, what kind of picture could we draw to help us come up with the answer? Okay, here we go. There are 9 apples in each box. How many apples are in 6 boxes? Okay, so 9 apples in each box. And then I have to draw 6 boxes because I need to know how many there are altogether. Okay, so you know what that will look like for me? I hope that you thought of this. I'm just going to draw 9 apples right now, and just to make it nice and quick, I'm just going to make up a circle, okay? Those are my apples. I have to have 9 of them, okay? So that would mean that's in each box. So this is one box. And now I'm going to draw another box. I'm going to make sure that there are 9 apples in that box too, because that's each box. How many boxes do I need to draw? 6 boxes. So I'm going to do another box with 9 apples. Alright, so I have to draw another box. And I'm going to make sure there are 9 apples in that box. That's box number 4. This is box number 5 with the 9 apples. And this is going to be the last box with 9 apples in that one. You know what this kind of reminds me of? This reminds me of equal groups. Because each box has 9 apples, right? And there are 6 groups, or 6 boxes altogether. So now I need to add all this up and see how many apples did I draw altogether. A lot of them, I think. Okay. So we know that, of course, this was 9. And then we know this is 9, 9, 9, 9. We can just add all those 9s together, right? What would be 9 plus 9? 18. And I see another plus 9 right here, right? That would be another 18. And then I see another 9 plus 9 right over here, which we know is 18. So I have 3 18s that I'm going to have to try to add together. 18 plus 18 plus 18. And I'm going to add just 18 plus 18 first. We know 8 plus 8 is 16. And we know 10 plus 10 is 20. So 20 plus 16 is going to be that first part. That would be 36. So we have 36 plus 18. What is 6 plus 8? 14. What is 30 plus 10? 40. So we have 40 plus 14. We know that is 54. So when I read my question, there are 9 apples in each box. How many apples are in 6 boxes? The answer is 54 apples. That is our final answer. And again, it really helps to draw that picture, and then you can kind of see that it turns into a multiplication strategy as well as the picture. Something else you could have done is you could have just added or counted each of the apples one by one. We do know that we could have done that. Eventually we would have gotten to 54, but adding the numbers is, I think, more efficient and just a better idea to do rather than counting one by one. But that would have worked too. Let's try another one together. Alright, so this problem, I am going to read it first, and then I'm going to decide what would be the best thing for me to do. Each child has 4 tickets. If there are 6 children, how many tickets are there total? Okay, so again, I think drawing a picture is going to be the best way to see this and to see it worked out. Each child has 4 tickets. Okay, so I'm just going to draw a child right here. Don't judge my drawing, please. I just want to make it nice and fast. I know that this child has 4 tickets. And how many kids do I have to draw? 6 of them. Okay, so here's another kid. That one has 4. Here's another kid. 4. Because that's how many tickets each child has, right? Okay, here's another one. He has 4. Here's another kid. This kid has 4. How many kids do I have so far? It looks like 5. So how many more do I have to draw? 1 more because I have to have 6. Okay, and that one has 4. How many tickets are there total? Okay, so each child has 4 tickets. What do I have to do with that number? I have to add all of those together. So we have 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus, oh my goodness, 6 4s, because I don't want to say too many. So 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. There we go. That looks a lot like what strategy that we've learned. Repeated addition, right? Oh my goodness. All right, there's those multiplication strategies again. Or how many 4s do I have? Well, I have 6 4s, so that's like the problem, 6 times 4. Ooh, do we know that problem yet? Is that one that you've learned on Reflex Math yet? If it's not, you can always add those 4s together. If it is a problem you know, then awesome. Let's add them together though, right now, because you might not have come across this one in Reflex. 4 plus 4 is 8. This 4 plus 4 is 8. And then the last 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 plus 8 plus 8. Oh, that looks like another multiplication problem I know. 3 8s times 8, right? All right, 8 plus 8, 16. And then what's 16 plus 8? That's kind of hard to see. 16 plus 8, that gets us to 24. 6 times 4 is 24. So how many tickets are there total? There are 24 tickets. I have another word problem, and I noticed that the last 2 I multiplied each time, but when we divide and we have a word problem, they look a little bit different. And so I'm going to still draw a picture, but I want you to kind of notice what numbers that we're using this time. Last time we used 2 smaller numbers. And right here, I'm going to tell you there's 1 smaller number, but 1 bigger number. Just like when we divide, we always know the bigger number and one of the small numbers, but then we have to find the other small number. So I want you to see how we do this when we have to divide. There are 3 students in class and 27 apples. If the apples are shared equally among the students, how many does each student get? So that's a very important part of our problem. These apples have to be shared equally, okay? There are 3 students and 27 apples, but I need to make sure that each student gets the same amount, right? I can't give 26 apples to student number 1, and then student number 2 gets 1 apple, and then student number 3 would get 0. That would be totally unfair. We have to make sure they're shared equally. Just like if you were to bring a birthday treat to school or something, you'd want to make sure that everybody gets the same amount so that it's fair. So I'm going to draw a picture, and I know that I'm going to draw a box. This is going to be my student, just because that's going to be easier to show all the apples. So I'm going to draw 3 students, or 3 groups, right? And then I'm going to share them equally. So I can call that student 1, student 2, and student 3. So I'm going to count, and I'm going to stop when I get to 27. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. And I'm just going to pretend that all the apples are the same size too, just to make sure it's fair, right? So I stopped when I got to 27. Now how many apples does each student have? I can just tell right away that it's the same number with the picture, right? It looks like, because I tried to draw an array in my groups. I didn't really try to do that, but I guess it just happened to do that like I did earlier. I have 9. And there's 9 in that one and 9 in that one. So how many apples does each student get? 9. So that division problem would be 27 divided by 3 equals 9. 9 apples is what each student will get. All right, so I want you to try this one out on your own. I will read aloud the problem, and then I want you to try to figure out what to do, what would be our answer. And I recommend drawing a picture, okay? I know you don't have to if you know this equation, right? But I just think drawing a picture is easier. So you can do whatever is comfortable for you as long as you come up with the right answer. Okay, Judy has 20 pencils stored in boxes. If there are 5 boxes, how many pencils must go in each box? Remember, we want to make sure each box is equal. So that's the only hint I'll give you. I want you to pause the video and see if you can figure out how many pencils must go in each box. Okay, I'm going to do our strategy. 20 pencils, that's the big number, and then 5 boxes. That's like saying 20 divided by 5. And what's our missing number? Well, let's draw a picture and find out. I'm going to draw 5 boxes. And I know that 20 pencils are total. They're not going to be in each box. That's the total. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put 1 pencil in each box at a time. And I'm going to stop when I get to 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. Let me make sure that made it in the box. All right. There's number 5. Okay. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Ooh, I stopped right there. How many pencils went in each box? You should have said 4. So 20 divided by 5 equals 4 pencils. So remember, your learning target today is I can solve story problems that require 1 step with multiplication and division, and you'll know you're successful when you can draw a picture to help yourself solve the story problem accurately